All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for attending our virtual transfer fair. From 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, we are now hosting the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Today we have Ms. Melissa Garrison, an admissions representative. She's going to talk a little bit about the admissions process, and then at the end, there is a Q&A box. You all can feel free to type out questions.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much
we will
for
answer them at the
attending
end.
our virtual transfer
Take it
fair.
away, Melissa.
From 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, we are now hosting the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Today we have Ms. Melissa Garrison, an admissions representative. She's going to talk a little bit about the admissions process, and then at the end, there is a Q&A box. You all can feel free to type out questions. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much.
We will answer them at the end.
Our virtual transfer fair. From 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, we are now hosting the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Today we have Ms. Melissa Garrison, an admissions representative. She's going to talk a little bit about the admissions process, and then at the end, there is a Q&A box. You all can feel free to type out questions. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much.
We will answer them at the end.
Our virtual transfer fair. From 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, we are now hosting the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Today we have Ms. Melissa Garrison, an admissions representative. She's going to talk a little bit about the admissions process, and then at the end, there is a Q&A box. You all can feel free to type out questions. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for attending our virtual transfer fair. From 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, we are now hosting the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Today we have Ms. Melissa Garrison, an admissions representative. She's going to talk a little bit about the admissions process, and then at the end, there is a Q&A box. You all can feel free to type out questions. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for attending our virtual transfer fair. From 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, we are now hosting the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Today we have Ms. Melissa Garrison, an admissions representative. She's going to talk a little bit about the admissions process, and then at the end, there is a Q&A box. You all can feel free to type out questions. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for attending our virtual transfer fair. From 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, we are now hosting the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Today we have Ms. Melissa Garrison, an admissions representative. She's going to talk.
Can you see me?
Hey, Melissa, we can't see you. We can hear you.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but when you did the intro, it kept reverberating as I was talking.
It
and
did
I
that
couldn't
for.
talk. I was like, do I just talk over it, or what do I do?
It did that for us too, and that the reason is because you were also still logged in as the attendee. So that first thing that you tried. So we're just gonna start over.
I'm so sorry to mess this all up.
That's okay. If anyone can hear us out there, we are starting over. Sorry about that.
Now we're doing it again.
We are. Yes, we're just gonna start completely over.
How do I leave the other session?
Oh, you should be able to X out or click a leave button.
Okay, did that fix it?
I'm not hearing any reverberating back on my end. I think it's fixed.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna try this again. Melissa, go ahead and share your screen with the PowerPoint, and then I will put you back up live.
Okay, let's see. I don't even know where it went.
All right, I can see your PowerPoint. Go ahead and put it in present mode, and then we'll just start over.
Okay.
Sorry about that. All right, everybody, Miss Melissa is going to start again. Take it away.
I'm sorry for the technical difficulties there, y'all, but once again, I'm Melissa Garrison. I'm here from UNCG, and I am so excited that you've taken some time out of your day to join me and learn about UNC Greensboro. I've been at UNC Greensboro now for 20 years, so it's obviously a place that I love, and I hope I can introduce you to our campus. If you choose to continue your education at UNCG, you're going to find your people here and our diverse campus. You're going to find your passion with quite a few different areas of study, and I hope I can help you find your way here. As a transfer counselor, it's my job to help you transfer smoothly, and I enjoy working with students, particularly from the community college and Wake Tech, so I'll be glad to help you make it as smooth a process as possible. Would like to play a video for you since we're not here on campus. Hopefully this can give you a nice bird's eye view of UNCG and a good introduction.
This is a remarkable place. A place steeped in history, where trails have been blazed, discoveries have been made, and lives have been changed forever. This is a place that holds questions and answers, problems and solutions. It's a place to tap into your creativity, curiosity, and ambition. This is a place to pursue what makes you, you. Here you'll be challenged and cheered, and you'll join a tradition of change makers. This is a place you'll miss when you leave. Look around and picture yourself here, at this unique time, in this remarkable place. You'll be amazed at what you find. Welcome to UNC Greensboro. Find your way here.
Hopefully that gave you a little bit about the sights and sounds going on in campus. We do have a very rich history at UNCG. In 1891, we were founded as a women's college, and we became among the first 3 to form the UNC system of universities. We did become co-ed in 1963, and now we have about 20,000 students enrolled on our campus. So that makes us not the largest of the UNC system schools, but not the smallest. Basically, we're large enough to give you lots of different opportunities, activities, choices of major, but we're small enough that you're not going to get lost in a crowd. We are still going to focus on undergraduate students. And as you could probably tell from the video, we're like one large city block in downtown Greensboro. So you can walk anywhere on our campus in about 15 minutes. It is about a 250-acre campus. And one of the things I'm most proud of is that we have over 1,800 transfer students that are admitted to UNCG annually. We are a very popular destination for transfer students. We try our best to make sure that you transfer smoothly. And when you walk across the stage in Greensboro Coliseum, half of our graduates generally have transferred from other institutions. So why would you choose UNCG? What does this mean to you? As far as opportunity, we focus on research and hands-on learning with our undergraduate students. These are not opportunities that are just given to graduate students. We are ranked #1 in social mobility, so we provide access to lots of students from all over the state and the world. As far as our faculty is concerned, they're excellent faculty with smaller class sizes, and we're always collaborating with the Greensboro community. It's wonderful to be in the city of Greensboro, which is a fantastic location. UNCG's motto is service, so you'll find that our students log more than 1 million hours of community service yearly. And then we also have a wonderful companies in downtown Greensboro that tend to recruit our students and beyond. UNCG Cares. We do seek to promote a culture of care at UNCG, which I think is important. As we all know, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and while I'd rather be at Wake Tech talking to you all, we are reaching out as we can to connect. And one of the things I want to let you know that UNCG is still fully operating during the pandemic. We are still having students live on our campus and have been since the fall, about 70% capacity. Our classes are being taught in all 3 formats: online, on campus, and hybrid. And one of the things as a staff member that I've been really impressed with is how our students, faculty, and staff have worked together to try to keep each other safe. I think it speaks very well for UNCG and our community that we're still operating and have our students on campus. Explore with a purpose. This is so important when you join our campus at UNCG, that you're able to explore your interests. You'll see I've listed our top 10 undergraduate majors here. And when I say those are top 10, those are by size. So those would tend to be the most popular and largest majors on our campus. But you'll see that we have a 20-to-1 student to faculty ratio with a median class size of 27 students. The great thing about taking a lot of your general courses at Wake Tech is that when you transfer over to UNCG, your major courses are going to be of smaller size. As I've mentioned earlier, we have students involved in research and service, and of course, studying abroad. And our honors program is open to transfer students. Disciplinary honors would be a wonderful opportunity for you to explore as well. So choice, this is big. We have over 125 different degree programs at UNCG. So some of you might know exactly what you're interested in majoring in, but others of you might be still exploring. We have a Bryan School of Business and Economics that's AACSB accredited in both accounting and business. Less than 1% of business schools worldwide have that accreditation. But you'll see the variety of degrees we offer there. If you're looking to study with us from a distance, business studies, entrepreneurship, and information systems are offered entirely online. We also offer a fantastic College of Visual and Performing Arts. UNCG is known for the arts, and even if you're like me, who's artistically challenged, we have an art museum on our campus. We always have performances going on, be it dance or theater or music. And I tell students, if you can't find an arts production on campus to attend and enjoy, you're not looking very hard. So I very much appreciated and benefited from the cultural environment at UNCG. We also have a School of Health and Human Sciences. Large major at UNCG is kinesiology. Also some majors of discovery you might not have thought of, things like public health and recreation and parks. Social work and nutrition are also very popular, as well as human development and family studies. Our College of Arts and Sciences is the largest division, housing many of our majors that you have heard of, like English and history and biology, but also some unique programs as well that you may not have heard of, like interior architecture. Our School of Nursing is very well known, and we just opened a multi-million-dollar nursing school, brand new nursing building this fall, which is a very exciting addition to our campus. We also have a top-notch School of Education that can help you get licensed to teach elementary, middle grades, high school, special ed, deaf ed, a very comprehensive program. Now, these pre-professional programs that you see here are not particular majors, but they are areas of interest where we match you with advisors faculty academic advisors to help you prepare yourself to continue on in graduate school in these areas. So for example, if you're a pre-medicine student, you can be pre-med and major in anything, even in philosophy. But our pre-med advisors will help you take the classes that you need and get the preparation you need to be competitive to apply to medical school later on. So those pre-professional programs are not majors, but advising opportunities. As I mentioned earlier, our Spartans come from everywhere. We're very lucky to be in Greensboro, so we're not too far from you at Wake Tech, but we're in the center of the state as well, halfway between the mountains and the beach, and up and down the I-85 corridor. So our Spartans come from everywhere, and I think our diversity of campus, of students on our campus, is very important. And when I speak to diversity, I mean people from all different backgrounds, all different ages, rural backgrounds, big cities, they all come together at UNCG. So you will certainly find students who are like you, but also who you will also be exposed to folks with all different kinds of backgrounds and perspectives. We enjoy being in Greensboro at UNCG. It's the third largest city in North Carolina, and it's still green, really, with lots of trails and greenways. In better times, there are lots of sports going on downtown and concerts, art galleries, parks, and of course, we are home of the International Civil Rights Museum. We are also home to many different companies who recruit our students, like Volvo and Wrangler Jeans. And I think one of the things that makes Greensboro so much fun to be a part of is we're not the only university in Greensboro. We're surrounded by North Carolina A&T State University, Guilford College, Greensboro College, Bennett College. So it's just a hub for students in general, which makes it a fantastic place to be. I always tell students who are transferring in, please get involved in at least one thing outside of the classroom, because it is so very important to make that connection. And there's lots of different things you can do when you transfer. You can join in our Greek life. We also have religious-based organizations, academic organizations, multicultural, service, of course, and group fitness classes. I'm happy to say we have a Transfer Honor Society, and we also have a Transfer Student Union. So we're gonna, if you want to connect with other transfer students on our campus, that's a great option for you as well. But please try to do at least one thing, get involved in at least one thing. I understand many of you have jobs, some families, all kinds of other responsibilities. But if you could find just one thing to connect, one activity, it's a wonderful thing to do. You can also cheer on our sports teams. We are NCAA Division I and the Spartans. Our basketball games are played in Greensboro Coliseum, and we have a variety of sports you can cheer on, but it makes for a great environment and atmosphere on campus. Key here, of course, is finding your tomorrow. We want to prepare our students to make an impact after they graduate in our community and beyond. And so I encourage you to start early, connecting with our Career and Professional Development Office. Don't wait till the week before you graduate to connect, because they help with resume writing workshops, interviewing skills. They bring campus job fairs to us, and they have over 2,000 companies recruiting our students with over 100,000 job postings. So that is a resource for our students that I really encourage you to use early and often, because it will help prepare you to take the next steps as a UNCG graduate. It is hard to beat the value of a UNCG degree. As you can see, our costs are below the North Carolina state average as well as the public average. So what can you expect? Tuition and fees are about $7,403 for in-state students. And that's for, like I said, just tuition and fees. If you choose to live on campus, which is not required, a standard double room is $5,516. And then a meal plan, and these can vary, is about $3,748 a year. So it's a very reasonable cost. for students. And what I encourage everyone to do is file that FAFSA. That's your first step. UNCG's school code is 002976. You can file that FAFSA, the earlier the better, and that will let us, our financial aid office, know what types of grants, loans, scholarships, work study spots you might be eligible for as well. We do offer adult scholarships. Our deadline is closing in pretty quickly for those, March 1st. So if you might be eligible for an adult scholarship, please consider applying for that. The application form is on the admissions website. So what are we looking for when you apply to UNC Greensboro? We're looking for transfer credits would be C grades or better. Typically courses that are taking as part of an associate in arts or associate in science program will transfer smoothly. We accept a maximum of 64 transferable hours, and that's from a 2-year school. And if you have any credit from a 4-year school, the majority of the courses will transfer as long as the school is regionally accredited. And there is no credit hour limit for 4-year transfer credit. We do have a website that will show you how every course has transferred in the past. So feel free to look at that if you have questions. But also reach out to me as your transfer counselor and I can help you in planning. The great benefit of earning an associate in arts or an associate in science degree from the community college is when you transfer over, that takes care of all of your general requirements, with the exception of foreign language, if that's required for your major. So if you have an associate in arts degree or associate in science, it doesn't matter to us what type of history you took, what type of fine arts you took, you have a degree. So that takes care of that. And you can begin on the coursework required of your major. Okay. But remember, UNCG does admit to the university and not into any particular major. So if you're thinking about pursuing education or nursing or any of our arts majors may require an audition. Let me know if you have particular majors in mind, and I can let you know if there's a separate application process for those. Deadlines for transfer students. We do admit transfer students fall, spring, and summer. So you've got 3 chances to join our campus community. Our fall priority deadline is coming up, and that is March 1st. So I encourage you, if you can, to meet that if you're interested in joining us for the fall. If things happen, we do accept applications on a rolling basis through July the 15th. Okay. We do accept students for the spring with the application deadline of December 1st. And then we offer 2 summer sessions. They are condensed and move quickly, but our deadlines for summer are May 1 or June 1. So I hope as you do your research and look into your options that you will want to consider UNCG. And when you're ready to join us, I can help you with that application process. We require just a few things: an online application that can be filed through Spartan Link, which is our application service, or you can use the Common App. Either one is fine. We have a $65 application fee, but we do accept the NACAC transfer fee waiver. And we will be having 4 transfer information programs offered virtually this spring. Our next one is February 16th at 5:30. We will also offer one in March, one in April, and one in May. If you would like to join our live program, students who participate will receive an application fee waiver. So that's always an option. In addition to the application and fee or fee waiver, we require all college transcripts from anywhere you've ever been, including transcripts if you had military credit. So please do send those. We want to make sure you're credited for get the proper transfer credit. Also, if you have AP or IB scores, send those as well. And what are we looking for? We're looking for at least 24 college transferable credit hours and aim for at least a 2.3 GPA. Now, like I said, that's our general admission requirement for the university, but not to any particular area of study. If you are an adult student over 21 years old and you may have had a little bit of a winding road in your transfer process. We also may talk to you a little bit about your experiences so we can see and check with you to talk to you about your educational goals and see beyond just the transcripts. That's it for my general information at UNCG, but I challenge you, please consider visiting our campus. We are doing a virtual tour, but we are still doing in-person tours. They are in very small groups. So please sign up through our website because we are keeping the numbers small for safety reasons, but you can still visit our campus and we welcome you to do so. That is so important. While I enjoy talking to you and answering all the questions you have, I want you to also speak with our students, as that's a very important part of the process. And we have Spartan guides at UNCG who will give you a tour and help you also with any of your questions from a student's perspective. And again, this is me, and my name is Melissa Garrison again, but I wanted you to have my email, my phone number, and I have a text line too. So like I said, during these virtual times, I want you to know that I'm still here, and I'm still here to answer any questions you have about transferring or any advice I can give you about what types of courses to take to transfer smoothly. I work with students years before they come to UNCG. So know that it's never too early to reach out, that I'm glad to help. And even though I don't get the joy of driving to Raleigh to see you, know that I'm still on the other end here. You can hop on my calendar and book a virtual appointment, or you can reach out to me in any of these ways. So I hope that I'd like to turn it over and to some of your questions here. Let's see.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Melissa, for the presentation. You all had the opportunity throughout the presentation to ask some questions in our Q&A box. So what I'll do, Melissa, is just kind of read through for you and then let you answer. So the first question that we have today is radiography offered as a program at UNC Greensboro?
Unfortunately, no, we do not have a radiography program at UNCG.
All right. What is the library science program like at UNCG? Can you give any information on that?
Sure. Library science is actually a graduate program. It's a fantastic master's program at UNCG, but we have some undergraduate programs that would prepare you to apply to that graduate program. One of them is a brand new major called information science. So I would encourage you to look at that as an undergraduate degree, as it would be great preparation to pursue the library science program. Also, other majors like history, philosophy, you could really major in anything that you enjoy and are passionate about to qualify to apply to the master's program in library science.
All right. Okay, do you have any information on the graduation rate for UNCG?
Graduation rate, that is a good question. I don't really have exact numbers on the graduation rate. However, if you'd like to email me, I'll be glad to get that research for you.
Perfect. Okay. Moving right along. I guess this is in current time, are they doing any face-to-face in-person tours, visits?
Yes, we are in very, very small groups. So if you go to the admissions website, you will have a choice to sign up for an in-person tour or a virtual tour. But the in-person tour, please, go ahead and sign up, because we are taking families out kind of separately so that for safety purposes. But we are going to offer, we do offer still in-person tours. So please come see us. Okay.
All right. Can a student go to veterinary school and medical school at the same time?
Well, UNCG doesn't offer a veterinary school or a medical school, but what we do offer, as I alluded to, are those, you can be pre-vet or pre-med. And generally, you would choose a comparable major like biology, chemistry, or biochemistry. And we would have an academic advisor help you plan the courses you need to be competitive to apply to vet school, for example, at NC State, or medical school elsewhere. So I'm not sure that you could do both of those tracks at the same time, but you could definitely get the solid undergraduate preparation in the sciences you would need, and the advising.
Awesome. Okay, does UNCG offer political science?
Yes, definitely. Fantastic political science program. If you end up coming to one of our transfer information programs, Dr. Jeff Colbert, who's one of our political science professors, will often speak to our students during that program. So it's a wonderful time to connect. But if you'd like for me to connect you with him in the political science department, I could also do that for you.
Okay, great. I have a student who's asking, they said, I am pursuing an associate in business administration and would like to know if UNC Greensboro will accept my credits. I'm assuming they are probably referring to our applied science business. Mm-hmm.
Yes, UNCG does offer what we call 2+ programs. Now, the associate in applied science degree is not typically designed to transfer, but in certain areas we will accept it. And the hitch is you have to major in an area that's similar to your first. So if you have an associate in applied science degree in business from Wake Tech, you can transfer over to UNCG. We will accept more of your business credits than are typical, but I do have to caution you still have to finish the general ed requirements. For example, science and history and things that would not have been built in your AAS degree. Okay, so, but it is a solid route to transfer, and you could choose any area of study that is similar. You could do business, entrepreneurship, marketing, economics, finance, any of those as well. We also offer these 2+ programs in nursing. If you get your associate degree in nursing, you can transfer over very smoothly to UNCG. We have an RN to BSN program. Another very popular one is the AS degree in early childhood, because in early childhood, you can major in human development and family studies at UNCG. We have a birth through kindergarten track, which licenses you to teach kindergarten. We also have an early care and education track. And what is very popular also about that program is the early childhood is also to human development and family studies is also offered entirely online. So if you don't want to relocate, that is an option.
Thank you. Okay. Is the nursing major a separate application?
Yes, that is probably our most competitive program. If you are coming over with your associate degree in nursing and your RN, then it's not a separate application. You are a nurse with your RN degree, so you would just flow in to our RN to BSN program. However, if you're doing the college transfer route, it is a separate application. I can give you the list of courses that we recommend you take, things like anatomy, physiology, microbiology, chemistry, those types of courses, and just aim for the highest GPA you can have. If you finish all the prerequisites prior to graduating from Wake Tech, you can go ahead and apply to our School of Nursing before you apply to UNCG. Like I said, they require certain prerequisite courses and a nursing test that I can give you information on. So if you'd like to know whether you're admitted to the School of Nursing first, they'll notify you by March, and then you can apply to UNCG based on that. But it is a competitive process. School of Nursing is probably our most competitive area of study.
Okay, great. Next question. They are asking, how many credits do I need to transfer?
A minimum of 24 is what we are looking for. If you have fewer than 24, we'll go back and look at your high school record. But once you have 24 credit hours, we don't look at your high school. You don't even have to submit your high school transcript, because your performance in your college work is going to be our best indicator. So we're looking for at least 24 credit hours with and we take a maximum of 64 hours.
Awesome.
And
thank
of course,
you.
grades C or better or what transfers.
Okay, and that kind of goes along with the next question here. It just says, what is the required GPA?
I always say aim for at least a 2.3. That generally is a good start. And like I said, that's for admission to the university. If you're interested in the School of Nursing or the School of Ed, you need to aim much higher than that. And like I said, in any of these majors, I can give you tips on what to take and how to prepare to transfer, and I'd be glad to do that. And it's never too early to start asking these questions.
Okay. Do you offer any internships for political science majors? Yes,
we offer internships pretty much for all of our majors, and we highly encourage that. I did allude to our career and professional development office. They're the ones that help with co-ops and internships. So definitely make connections with them early as you transfer, because they'll be able to help place you with those opportunities to learn more.
All right, awesome. Next question. Let's see, this might be going back to that applied science question. I'm not sure. It says, I will be earning my associate in applied science degree at the end of this semester. However, there are some classes that are required for general ed that I have not taken. Should I take those through Wake Tech before applying?
That's a great question. You could take a few, like, you could take 2 or 3, but you don't want to go too terribly far over the 64 hours, because we're going to give you 64 hours when you transfer. Generally, that's the maximum we accept. And then it takes 120 hours to graduate with a bachelor's degree. So if there are a few courses that you would like to take beyond that, maybe a science or a history, those types of things, sure. But I wouldn't go too terribly overboard, because you're going to have to leave yourself hours to take at UNCG.
Great. Okay, next question. I want to do something in the communications field, like radio. How is your communication field? A while ago, I went on a tour, but I was not allowed to go look at the communications building because there were some people that were, I think, were in there, so I didn't really get to take a good look. They're trying to picture themselves in this communication.
Yes. We have a wonderful, the major I think that would be closely related to what you're looking for is called Media Studies. And it is definitely a fantastic and unique program, and we do have the radio on campus as such. And what I would encourage you to do is, get my contact information, and I can connect you with the faculty in that program, so maybe that we can get you over to campus at a time when you can see in the building. Because like you said, that is so important to be able to actually go in the buildings and talk to some of the students who are pursuing that area. So connect with me and let me know if I can connect you with the faculty to maybe get you into a class, or definitely at least get you inside the building when it's not in use.
Awesome. Okay, and what is the recommended GPA for the School of Nursing to be competitive?
Okay, to apply, you have to have a 3.0. So you have to have a 3.0 to apply to the nursing major. Of course, it all depends on the applicant pool per year. And that is a totally separate process. I don't see those applications, but I understand they recommend that you aim for more like a 3.5 GPA.
All right, just a couple more. The next question says, do political science majors at UNCG have to write a lot of papers?
Well, I can't speak directly to that, not being in a political science classroom, but my guess is probably it is heavy on the writing and research as well. But we also make sure that you have practice speaking as well. So there will be a lot of classes where you'll have speaking intensive focus as well as writing intensive focus, because both areas are so important as you begin to graduate and move out to the career world.
All right, I've got another question that says, is UNCG autism friendly?
Yeah, that's a great question. We have an office we call it OARS for short, or OARS, our Office of Accessibility and Resource Services. And before you come to campus, you can connect with them. And if you need any kind of accommodations, you can provide the information to that office, and they will see how we can best assist you. But it's called the Office of Accessibility and Resource Services.
Perfect. Let's see here. Is UNCG an HBCU school?
No, we are not. We're a highly diverse institution, but we are not an HBCU.
All right. Let's see. Are there any new clubs and organizations for students to join at UNCG?
There's so many that honestly, I can't even count them. And if we don't have it and you have a group that wants to start it, you can do that. One of the things I love about UNCG is the first day of class, we line up all of our organizations up and down College Avenue. I don't know if you saw that long street in the video, but as students are walking to class on their first day, they can go through and browse and see a lot of the different offerings and get involved immediately. Our Student Affairs Office also has a website, so you can search for any particular clubs and organizations of interest, and they do group them by, whether they're academic or religious or social, so that can help you find things as well. But we will do that. And also, all of our students, transfer students, are required to go to orientation. We usually offer orientation over the summer, and we have special orientation specifically for transfer students because we understand your questions can be a little bit different. So you will get a great background there of all of the social offerings that UNCG has as well. All of our orientation groups are led by orientation leaders and current students who can give you some great insight into what's going on campus.
Awesome. Sounds like a lot of student activities.
It is.
We have a couple more. Are there any new or upcoming majors or programs at UNC Greensboro?
Well, our newest I alluded to with the Library of Science is called Information Studies, and that helps, it has a number of different tracks, but that's probably our only new major that I'm aware of that has come online recently. I do want to address also online offerings because there are online majors you can pursue at UNCG that you may not have heard of. I mentioned the ones in the Bryan School of Business. They would be business studies, supply chain management, and entrepreneurship. We also have a wonderful bachelor's degree in liberal studies. We have peace and conflict studies that can be completed entirely online, an online philosophy degree, and an online bachelor's in integrated professional studies. We call it BIPS, and it's a great degree designed for those who are working and in the workplace, relating what they're doing to their degree as well. And we also have it online in public health. I forgot about public health. Sorry about that. Great online degree in public health.
Awesome. All right. Is UNCG alcohol and tobacco friendly?
Friendly? Not sure. Well, obviously tobacco is not allowed in any of the particular buildings or smoking on campus that I'm aware of. We abide by all the state and federal laws on campus as far as alcohol is concerned. So, I mean, not sure that we would say we were friendly, but good question.
Yeah, good answer. All right, we've got another one. I'm working to become a physical therapist. Are there any majors similar to kinesiology or exercise science at UNCG?
Oh, kinesiology is one of our largest majors. And what you would do is when you apply as a kinesiology student, but you'd put down pre-physical therapy. And that way we'd make sure we put you with the advisor who could help you make sure you take the correct courses to prepare. Kinesiology is, like I said, one of our top 10 largest majors at UNCG and provides excellent preparation. We do not have the graduate program in physical therapy, but we can get you prepared to provide. You'll need a DPT, that doctorate of physical therapy. We can get you prepared for that next step.
All right, after transferring into UNCG with an associate's degree, how long do I have before applying to the nursing program without getting too far behind from graduating on time?
Well, that's a good question. That depends on how many of the pre-nursing courses you're taking at Wake Tech. And like I said, I can give you the entire list. You can take them all before you transfer as part of your degree. But if you're almost finished and you're missing a few, then you would need to take those your first year at UNCG. And then it would be, once you get into the School of Nursing, it's usually a summer and 2 years. So I'm sorry, my answer is kind of, it depends, but it all depends on the prerequisite coursework you finished at Wake Tech. And I could look at your transcript and give you a good idea if you'd like to reach out to me by email or phone.
All right, that looks like the last question from students. I just have a question myself. You kind of touched on it earlier, but if a student is transferring in a lot of credits, can you tell us what the percentage that the students have to take at UNCG to be considered from graduating from UNCG?
31 hours in residence, yes. Okay. Good question.
All right, I'm gonna leave this up for just a couple more minutes. If anybody has any last minute questions, feel free to post in the Q&A. And then if not, I will just let Melissa say some closing words and just give her contact information. And like she said, feel free to reach out to her. And then of course, advising here at Wake Tech is happy to help as well.
Can I type my contact information in the chat here? Let me do that, see if I can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
I think I did that. Hopefully I've got my email out there for you. But like I said, I want to reiterate that we are here at UNCG, me specifically, to help you with any questions that you have. I know a lot of times when we're doing these presentations, you think of something you wish you'd asked and you think of it much later. Please understand that you can ask questions, chime in at any time, because we want to make sure that you have all your questions answered. I'll also be back doing some virtual table visits in March and April, so I'd enjoy to see you there again if you'd like to meet with me. And I'll also do one-on-one video conference chat. So whatever you need to get your questions answered, please know that I'm out here, and we would love for you to come to UNCG, see the campus, talk to our students, because that's the most important thing. Like I said, I've been at UNCG 20 years, I'm old, but I'd like for you to talk to our students about their current experience, because they're why I'm still there. They're exciting. They're always doing something different, and they keep me on my toes. So that's key.
All right, and please, everybody in the Q&A, Melissa has posted her email address, and right above that, if you could please complete this survey. We do love getting student feedback just to know what we can improve on for next events. Please complete that survey for us, and then again, jot down Melissa's information if you would like to reach out to her. All right, if there are no more questions, Melissa, I will go ahead and end our live event. It was so good to see you and to have you join us.
Thank you for letting me be a guest. I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.